Veterans and volunteers recognize Elgin Area Chamber retiring board members, commemorate the Chamber's successful achievements of the past year, and outline this year's programs and events. Cost for the event is $30 per person, which includes hors d'oeuvres and a beverage ticket. Registration can be made at elginchamber.com. Batavia will get its first recreational cannabis dispensary later this year after the majority of the city council voted in its favor. Rubino Ventures will now be able to move forward with updating the storefront at 144 South Randall Street, the site of the former Arby's, to transform into Dutch's Cannabis. The fast food restaurant closed in 2022 and has remained vacant since. Construction on the dispensary is slated to begin this month, and the business would open by June 4th. One woman was hospitalized after her car rolled over and crashed Monday evening in Aurora. Aurora police and firefighters responded around 6:15 p.m. to the single-car crash near Lake and Plum Streets. The car, which had been headed north on Lake Street, lost control, overturned, and struck a utility pole. Emergency responders extricated a female passenger who was trapped briefly before taking her to a local hospital. She sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The male driver was uninjured. This week, a Wheaton woman was sentenced to 40 years in prison after pleading guilty to first-degree murder in the 2018 slaying of 18-year-old Luis Guerrero of West Chicago. 22-year-old Tia Brewer was one of 4 people charged with murder, in which Guerrero was beaten, strangled, stabbed, kidnapped, and burned. Also charged in the murder are 24-year-old Sal Ruiz, 25-year-old Jesus Arado Correa, and 25-year-old Francisco Alvarado, all of West Chicago. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Now's the time to shop limited-time doorbuster deals during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Save $50 on a Little Giant King Combo 6-foot ladder. Was $199, now $149. Plus, save $100 on a DeWalt XR 20-volt Power Stack 5-amp-hour battery. Was $199, now $99. Get these can't-miss deals now before they're gone. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Doorbusters valid 1/13 through 1/15. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Freezing rain and freezing drizzle expected from 6 p.m. this evening to 6 a.m. Thursday in the listening area. Today, cloudy with a high near 32. Tonight, freezing drizzle and a slight chance of snow before 3 a.m., cloudy with a low around 29. Currently, it is 28 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley, and having the conversations, these important conversations here. Stay tuned and listen to more here on WRMN AM 1410. Thank you to our guests for coming into the studio today and sharing with us information about the Elgin Artspace Lofts and also some further events here with the first annual Pan-African Artist Showcase during Black History Month. Let's talk a little bit more here, too, on what you might be expecting to see in the future.
Well, with my work, like I said, I focus on the African diaspora and basically in the Americas and the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. And so my personal journeys, I published a book in 2018 about Colombia, the African community in Colombia. And this is it right here. It's called Caras Lindas de Colombia, Beautiful Faces of Colombia. And it won an award for the best book of the year, whatever. That was in 2023. So I want to continue to pursue or to publish books. And the next one that I'm going to be working on will be in Bolivia, South America, because Bolivia has an unknown African population there in this region called Los Yuncas, which is like in the mountains. So I really got to get in shape to do that because it's really high up in the mountains of altitude.
That's really cool. So tell us a little bit more about your book. That picture's fantastic.
Well, it's co-published, co-authored by a friend of mine. Her name is Ruth Goring, and she is a writer herself. So she grew up in Colombia, South America. Long story short, so she and I decided to go down there, and my wife was with us, of course, because she speaks Spanish. I don't. My Spanish is más o menos. So, but anyway, we went down to Colombia, and we went to all these places, interviewing people, photographing them, their lives. And we came back and we decided, let's do a book. So that's what we did. It took us like 4 years to do it, though. But we published our book, self-published in 2000. We went down in 2014, and we published this in 2018.
Very cool. How was that experience of getting the book published and going through the process and all of that?
Well, this was not my first book. My first book, let me bring this out, is called Africans Within the Americas. And this was my first book. It took me some time to do it. But this involved a lot of traveling, a lot of interviewing, a lot of trying to find the right printer. I decided to do it self-publishing because one of the writers in here kind of advised me to do that because I was trying to find a publisher and I was getting all these, this is nice, but letters. And then she said, do it yourself. So I thought about it and it was a headache, but I learned a lot about the publishing world and about doing it myself. Learned a lot about myself by doing it too. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So I also have to ask here too, when it comes to putting on these events, are there any challenges that arise, and how do you overcome them too?
Exhibitions, those events like that?
Correct. Yes.
Well, usually, it's like, to me, it's like, what do you want? What do you have to say? What are you trying to say? You got to find a place to say it, and usually it's like within a year or within a year's time to do it. Now, this event really happened quickly because this man right here, he really pulled some strings for us. But usually for an exhibition, it takes a minute to put together. You got to have something to say and a place to say it and who's going to listen to you and all that kind of stuff. So,
how do you also plan to also engage in like different age groups as well too? Because we have different age groups. The world has gone through so much within even a short time frame. So how do you plan to engage different age groups or demographics in the events? And what are some steps that are even being taken to make sure?
Yeah, I can answer that really good. During Black History Month here at Elgin Artspace Lofts, we're going to interact with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Elgin. We're going to interact with the Housing Authority of Elgin, Salvation Army, and the Elgin Explorers. What I'm going to do is, what I'm going to bring groups of young people to Elgin Artspace Lofts. I'm going to put this camera in their hands. I'm going to let them be a photographer. So that's one thing that I'm working on. Last Friday, I had a photo shoot with the Salvation Army of Elgin and with the Elgin Explorers with Elgin Police Officer Alva and the majors at the Salvation Army. So I'm bringing those young people to Elgin Artspace Lofts in the gallery, going to put this camera in their hands, and I'm going to spend time with them and let them be a photographer. We're going to talk about photographer. We're going to get the young people from the Housing Authority of Elgin. We're going to get young people from the Boys and Girls Club of Elgin, and we've had events with them. So the youth is the future. The youth is the future, and I want to put the camera in their hands, let them do some photography, and I want to tell the young people, all the young people out there, listen to me. You are the photographer for your family. Your job is to take wonderful photographs of your mom, your dad, your sisters and brothers, because all you get is one mother and all you get is one father. And it's so wonderful to have photographs of your family because you're leaving a legacy. And that's one thing that my colleagues on my left and right have done. They photograph families, they photograph people, photograph events. I'm here in Elgin. I photographed many, many events in Elgin, many people, many photographs and things. And these cameras, they're like a time machine. They're like a time machine. I use a Canon. Michael, what do you use, Michael?
I use a Leica. Well, I use Leica, Nikon, and Fuji.
All right. What about you, Donnell?
Canon.
Canon what?
Canon.
I got the models I have right now. I have 70 and a 60. I've used Nikon, whatever the newspapers did at the time. I never had to buy equipment for about 30 years. So.
Oh wow! Yeah.
It's funny, but we sometimes we photographers we like look at each other. We go back and forth. Ooh, you're using that, man. Yeah. But it's just a joke. That's all.
Yeah.
So it just bonds us together.
Yeah, I love photography too. My grandpa was one who taught me about photography, so I always I just think it's so cool that we have like the growth of technology too is so fascinating. But also when you have a little bit more like the camera you have, what year is that from?
It looks old,
really
but
cool.
it's really not that old, and it looks this way purposely. It's it's unconsuming. It's like you just really don't. Yeah. But this is a Leica brand, and it's German made. It's very quiet. It's unassuming. And it's a rangefinder, so it's very unassuming. People who like these guys right here, they could probably tell you when they see this, they're like, that person knows what he's doing.
Cartier-Bresson. The decisive moment.
Yeah.
Very cool. Because I have some cameras from my grandpa's collection because he would do photography, take pictures of roses, he'd take pictures of my mom and my aunt, and he would travel and take pictures. So,
but let me say this though, just so people will understand, it's really not the camera is just an inanimate object. It just sits there. It becomes alive when you pick it up. So it's really the person's eye. It's really and when these young people pick up James's camera Saturday. It's not going to be a toy to them. Initially, it may be, but you're going to see a change in their demeanor. Especially once they see what they have documented, what they have photographed. They're going to like, wow. They're going to be so excited about that, and that's going to start changing their mindset, their thinking.
Absolutely. So we still have a little bit of time left. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. This has been such a great conversation. Is there anything that you would love to leave with us here? Yes.
Yeah, one thing I would like to leave with the public, all the ladies and gentlemen out there, is that your family, where we are here in 2025, everyone has a camera or a cell phone or something. You want to photograph where you are and who you are, and try to keep like a book or something. And time goes by so fast, and it's so wonderful to have photographs of, let's say, when you lived in Elgin or you were here in Chicago or this or that. So it's so important, ladies and gentlemen out there, to take photographs. We're here in February 2025, and and you take photographs today. These photographs you take today will be priceless tomorrow. And you have the young ones that grow up so fast. And also, too, the next step is when you got so many people today have cell phones. Get those images out of your cell phones, ladies and gentlemen. Get those printed up. And you should start some type of book or some type of family album. And believe me, they will be priceless in the future. These images of your mom and dad and your loved ones, and they're so important because this is February, which is the month of love, and it's so wonderful to take photographs of your loved ones, because always remember, ladies and gentlemen, in the audience, all you get is one mother, and that's all you get is one father.
And I totally agree too, because I love family history. I'm very passionate about genealogy and family history, and preserving what's being passed down, and to talk about the history too. I mean, there's so much that you can discover. There's so much rich history out there that shouldn't be forgotten. And I think that, of course, cameras also are a great way to capture that as well too. So it's very cool, very awesome. So thank you both, for all three of you, for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, though, what do you hope people can get out of the upcoming event here at the Elgin Art Loft Space, Pan-African Artist Showcase? For people who maybe have never been to one before, what do you hope people can get out of the experience?
Well, as far as my presentation, I'm just going to talk to them about their who, what, where, and why. I'm going to tell them about mine. And hopefully they'll be able to, that will marinate in them, and they'll look in the mirror and try to figure out their direction in life too. So that's, but as far as looking at the images, they might see themselves. Or their cousin, their aunt, their uncle,
Yeah. Absolutely. So, folks, check out more information. How can people find more information about how to attend the event?
Yeah, you can get more information. My name is James Harvey, and I'm at Elgin Artspace Lofts, 51 South Spring Street. I'm a photographer. I do events in the Elgin area. Also, too, we have a website, Elgin Artspace Lofts, or Artspace Projects, and this gallery will be open until February 1st to the 28th. This art will be up, and you just enter at the main entrance at Spring Street and DuPage, and the hours are Monday through Friday from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Saturdays from 2 to 5 o'clock, closed on Saturdays. And we're looking forward to seeing everyone. And
not this Saturday, they're not going to be closed. This coming Saturday, not closed, right?
No, this Saturday will be open from 2 to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
2 to 5 o'clock.
Awesome.
Our main speaker is going to be Michael Bracey. He comes on at 3 o'clock. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to meet him. And we had a wonderful speaker, Donnell, last week, and was just wonderful. And we thank you, gentlemen, for coming out. And we look forward to seeing everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're very, very welcome anytime. So, folks, check out more information. You can find the website. It is artspace.org. It's the Elgin Artspace Loft. And check it out. They've got some really, really cool things here, especially even looking at their website here. So feel free to check out more information on their website. We're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be back with more Out to Lunch here in just a bit. Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club. Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. That's 800-785-1673.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We're broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Thank you again to James Harvey, Michael Bracey, and also Donnell Collins for coming in to the studio, AM 1410, Studio 14, to talk with us about the Elgin Artspace Lofts and also Black History Month. That is also featured at the Elgin Artspace Lofts that are in continuation now, too. So we thank you so much to all of three lovely gentlemen for coming in today, too. Very dapper, by the way, as well. Love always very well-dressed is just fantastic. So thank you again, all of you, for coming in today. And if you want to check out more information on the upcoming event, you can find it on, I know, exploreelginarea.com has posted about it here. That's exploreelginarea.com is where you can find that information. And then also here too, if you do go on to the artspace.org website, oh my goodness, they've got some beautiful artwork here featured. You'll be able to find it. It's the Artspace. So they do have them across the country here, but there's one in Waukegan and two in Chicago, and then one here, of course, in Elgin. So you'll be able to find that there too. Check out the services. Artspace Immersion is one of them too. You can help to turn big ideas into achievable plans. So feel free to do that. You can start some basic planning there too, if you'd like, and expand and grow from there. They've got some other things here too. I'll go on to the Elgin section here. Like many railroad communities in Chicagoland and in recent years, Elgin has been working hard to preserve and enhance its downtown area. So it was established in 2012 here, number of units at 55, and total square feet area is 80,889 square feet here. They offer large windows, which I absolutely love when you are an artist. It's the same here with the WRMN windows right here, the large studio windows. I love it. You're not feeling crammed in a little room with no windows. You don't feel like you're suffocating. You are out here in the open. You get to see the world around you, and I am so grateful that we have that too. And I think what that does is for any artists out there, people that are creative, like myself, and like everyone here at WRMN, is when we have even just little things like these big windows here that can really help to create a sense of freedom and expression and being able to see the world that's around us too. So that's very cool. That's something I always love when it comes to doing artwork. When I went to Judson University and I was in the arts program, the one thing I loved about the building, which was called the Haywack Building, is the white rooms, the tall ceilings, and the large windows. Those were always something I loved because then it of course, I'm trying the best word to describe it. It created a space where you could be creative and not let the space feel so cramped to where your creativity was getting crushed. I guess you could say that's something that I do, as someone who loves, of course, the Victorian era, Edwardian era, all of like the knickknacks and the clutter and all these different patterns. But, and I love that too. But when it comes to like working in an art space, when it comes to like painting and drawing, I actually do really like it when the space is a little bit more open. There's windows. It's a little bit more minimalistic. So that creativity, you get that space so that you can unleash your creativity onto the canvas, as I say. So I really like that. That's what I really like too. That and when I go on vacation, modern space, because I'm not entirely against modern looking minimalistic spaces in certain situations. I do love the Victorian, of course, but nonetheless, still when it does come, especially to doing artwork and getting your creative juices going there too, I actually do really like having that wide open space where you have that room to just kind of freely walk around and be creative. I think that is really cool, especially if you're a very all-time creative person here. I love that here at the studio. Here at Studio 14, we've got the high vaulted ceilings in here. We've got the nice white walls with some blue, of course, WRMN, and the nice windows. It creates a space where you feel like you can just breathe and have room to be creative, to share to the world what's going on within the Fox River Valley area through the different mediums. And we do have those mediums here too that you can of course be a part of. YouTube.com/WRMN Radio on the YouTube side of things, the YouTube stream. We also do have the app that you can download, check out our website, or tune in through that AM 1410 dial. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll be heading on into our 12 o'clock hour, continuing on today with some beauty and art, talking about Sugar and Rhyme at the 10 o'clock hour and how artwork is incorporated there. 11 o'clock hour here with the Elgin Artspace and Black History Month. And now going into authors and how they also create onto the pages. We'll be talking with the special author here coming in through the Zoom in just a bit. So stay tuned for that. You're listening to Out to Lunch.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
This is WRMN News.
I'm Marky B reporting. A woman who killed a West Chicago man who was stabbed, strangled, beaten, set on fire, and run over has been sentenced to 40 years in prison. Tia Brewer, age 22, of Wheaton, formerly having lived in the Elgin area, was sentenced to 34 years for first-degree murder and 6 years for aggravated kidnapping. Prosecutors had asked for a sentence of natural life in prison. Authorities alleged about 11:30 a.m., August the 14th of 2018, West Chicago firefighters saw a smoldering object in a fire pit in the 1300 block of Joliet Street and found Luis Guerrero's body covered by a wooden picnic table. Police investigators determined that Brewer, along with Jesus Gerardo Correa, 25 years old now, Saul Ruiz, 24, and Francisco Alvarado, 25, planned the murder for about a month. Authorities said Alvarado and Brewer were linked romantically and that Brewer told police she attacked Guerrero because he had sexually assaulted her, but police say no assault had ever been reported. Correa and Ruiz, both of West Chicago, pled guilty to conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Correa sentenced to 15 years in prison, Ruiz to 10 years. Alvarado pled guilty to first-degree murder in exchange for cooperating with prosecutors. He is to be sentenced on February the 26th. Well, it's tough to bounce back from that story, but with the Super Bowl Sunday game on the way, be sure to be part of the Pick 6 this week for a chance to win a gift card to Rookie's All-American Sports Pub and Grill. Just go to WRMN1410.com, click on the Pick 6 tab on the top of the page, and follow the prompts, and good luck. And join me tomorrow morning as Mayor Mike Reed from Hampshire joins me in the 8 o'clock hour. The first shift takes place from 6 until 10, right here on the Talk of the Town.
Produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Men's college hoops last night. SIU Edwardsville beat Eastern Illinois 66-41. Tonight, the number 23 Illinois Fighting Illini visit Rutgers. The Bulls beat Miami 133-124 last night. Chicago trailed 118-114 with 5 minutes left, but finished on an 11-2 run. Nikola Vukovic finished with 12 points and 10 rebounds in what could be his final home game at the United Center. He's been the subject of trade rumors. The trade deadline is this Thursday. Josh Giddey and rookie Modest Budelis each had 24 points. Chicago has alternated wins and losses over their past 6. Right back at it tonight with a road game at Minnesota. The Blackhawks are home tonight against Edmonton. Chicago is winless in 2, just 2-5-3 in their last 10. The Oilers are the leader in the Pacific Division. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Hey, I got you something. What's this? Just a little Galentine's gift from JTV. Do you mean jewelry television? I love their jewelry. They have the...
New customers get $25 off their first purchase of $75 or more. Visit jtv.com/romance.
Yeah, their artisan collections? Gorgeous. Are you going to open your gift? Oh, yeah. It's the pearl bracelet.
New customers receive $25 off their first purchase of $75 or more. Visit jtv.com/romance.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Freezing rain and freezing drizzle expected from 6 p.m. this evening to 6 a.m. Thursday in the listening area. Today, cloudy with a high near 32. Tonight, freezing drizzle and a slight chance of snow before 3 a.m., cloudy with a low around 29. Currently, it is 28 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NY.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit BenderDentalCare.com.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the green way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.